Hey everybody, it's Bust with Busted Strategies number 22. Jumping into another standard event with the green-red ramp deck that we used in the previous video. Well, I guess the previous constructed video. If you're not familiar with it, real quick, we'll just get it pulled up here and we'll have the list down in the comments. But it's just a big ramp deck. Can I not move the Shatterskull Smashing? God, this can't believe somebody at Wizards has had to have used this thing before and been like, wow, this is not intuitive. But at any rate, we have our ramp cards in the Sentinel, Magda, and Prosperous Innkeeper, looking to ramp up into the bigger spells of the Moonveil Regent, the Chariot, the Goldspan Dragon, and Wrenn and Seven. In the event that the ramp doesn't go that well, then we have things like Stormseeker and Briarbridge Tracker to fill in the mid game, and Ranger class to kind of carry us through to use any unspent mana the rest of the way. And then the big reason I like one of these kind of ramp style decks is as we get to the late game and we've spent a fair amount of cards on bad late game cards like Jaspera Sentinel and Prosperous Innkeeper. They've answered our Goldspan Dragon. We have a bit of reach in the level 3 of Ranger class, and then Moonveil Regent drawing us a bunch of cards. So I do like it. I'm still not completely happy with the land. Getting stuck playing like this, the red green land, the slow lands, I guess people call them. I don't know. That you have to have multiple lands in play before it comes out untapped just messes with a lot of your draws. The lands can be a bit awkward in here, but it's okay. And then the way we're taking this is a lot of people are playing some of the blue lands as a means to play counter spells out of the sideboard. That'll be kind of our next step. I looked before the event started, I've only got one rare wild card, and so I'm a bit away from being able to pick up the additional land to pull that kind of thing off. But here, this is kind of like a brittle hand. We're on the draw. I think we're stuck keeping a hand like this. I usually recommend just mulliganing away hands that don't have ramp in them. But we do not play well against mono green. Need that turn to catch up. Okay. Alright, then we can't block here, so I'm just going to go ahead and swing. If he wants to trade with the pack leader, I'm pretty okay with it. They typically don't do that kind of thing, though. This is reasonable for us if we can get a good Chariot going next turn. Oh boy, I'm just gonna get bombed by the unnatural growth. Okay. Oh, Chariot it is. This gives us the one blocker we can try and use next turn. If you're not familiar with this interaction, you need to activate the Chariot before you go into combat, or the Stormseeker doesn't like to be able to tap it. It seems like it should be able to, but I've had issues with that. So, I mean, we die to a lot here. If they've got any of the removal spells, then we're just dead. Like the green fight a thing and be indestructible will end the game, but we don't have too many choices here otherwise. Cool. Get him in there. We've won a game of Magic the Gathering. Go us. UV mono green. There's tons of mono green going on at Worlds. Apparently quite a good matchup against the Turns deck. It seems like the Turns deck hasn't been performing too well. It is super annoying to play against, but yeah, if you're not familiar with what's happened with Worlds, the MTG Arena or MTG Melee people, that's what it is, MTG Melee, that handles the pairings and stuff, accidentally released the deck list early. Now, granted, I think it's absurd that something like MTG Melee has to be used to manage a Worlds type event, but that's Wizards for you. Don't want to spend the extra dollar when you don't have to. But here with a hand like this, I think this is fine. It's a little dangerous. We're counting on Magda to do a lot of work. But if our Magda's able to tap, then we can catch right back up with all of our ramp cards. But yeah, that's actual insanity to me that Wizards' premier tournament of the year being handled by, you know, it's not. I guess it's not absurd that it's being handled by a third party, but it's just things like that are kind of mind blowing to me, and how poorly they tend to be handled by the peoples in charge. All right, well, he had the answer to our Magda, which kind of sucks. So we have the land to play a Wrenn and Seven on turn 4, and that's the one we're going to be going for here. Okay, then this is kind of what we're talking about with the reach, at least in this space now. You know, assume we just draw a land next turn. We can't play the Moonveil Regent and then also the Jaspera Sentinel to start drawing cards again. Alright, let's get him in there. I'm not sure what like AoE package this deck plays. I'm not real familiar with playing against these colors. So the Moonveil Regent survived. Go you. Kind of want to discard our hand. Like if he has the removal spell for our Moonveil Regent, I don't want to be just stuck with the Sentinel. Like I see kind of like the greedy reason to want to hold on to it, but don't think that's where we're going to go with it.
They prepare for war.
What did this thing cost? Like 6? 5? Creatures and planeswalkers value 3 or less. Okay. Here, let's start it out like this. We might draw a better land off Wrenn. Didn't. Okay, so we want to pick our dragon. Target this bro, pick our dragon. Do some stuff. Alright. Seems like a reasonable enough spot to be in. One short of a Goldspan Dragon kill if he has the removal for both of our bros, but pretty sure we beat that. Oh, take that back. Alright, so we're going to have to be a little bit slow here. This is Ward 4, yeah. I mean, well... I was going to say we can like take them to 1 and then try to do stuff with the Moonveil Regent. I don't think that's where this is at. Let's do this.
The entire forest is an army.
Okay. Opponent thinks that's lethal. Sometimes that's all that matters. Alright, so yeah, I guess the next bit of news, I mean, we only get the 2 seconds to talk about the news. I did see the patch notes out of Runeterra, and that was I don't know, kind of reassuring in the sense that, here, we're going to mulligan this hand doesn't do anything. Like, being like a content creator for that, it's like such a big investment in your life and what you're doing, and you need kind of like the stability and knowing that things are going to be consistently updated in the way that they're going. And then kind of my problem with playing Expeditions in Runeterra was they just never updated anything, and so and then kind of like the not knowing if they're ever just going to take your format away, if they're not going to update it, it kind of sucks. But then like I just saw like historically like the most popular content that I ever put together for Runeterra was the Lab of Legends videos. They would always get like 5 and 6 and 7 times more views than any of my expedition related content, and now it's just like getting completely removed from the game. Like insanity to me that what appears to be their most popular format is just being completely removed. Interesting. He portable holes the... Okay. Anyways, back to this. Gotta read what Thunderous Order even is. Whenever it attacks against flying until if you control a creature with flying, same is true for all the other abilities. Okay, sure. Let's see if we can't at least buy some time with these Innkeepers. I'm gonna go ahead and add the Ranger class to the board. I mean, I guess we could add Magda to the board. Gets us more mana for next turn. I think that's fine. We're not attacking with the 2/2 from Ranger class, so I think it's okay. So now, you can't really do much with the Chariot. I was thinking we just want to play the... Oh no, these things... Magda trades with these things, that's fine. Cool, cool. Cool beans, bro. Glad to get them trades. Cool beans, bruh. Okay. Alright, well we gotta get the Chariot going now, but let's see. I think we want to make it a 5/5. Or do we leave it at a 4/4 and then attack with our cats? Feels a little dangerous. Let's just make it a 5/5. But we probably should have tapped our Innkeepers. Oop. Oh, copy first. Sure. Alright. Well, we're doing stuff. I think we're free to just attack with all the cats now. I would kind of like to keep the Chariot safe for a little bit. So you're taking a Ranger class? That sucks. We're doing stuff that sucks, bro. Yeah, I'm feeling a little worse about not attacking with the cats last turn. Like if we just got into trades, it's fine. Like we just really want to be taking down this aspirant. kind of tempted to just... Oh, okay. Cool, I guess we win. It's like, I was going to take down the Aspirant, because that's the one that's giving us problems here, but it's like, would we rather just take down the bird to stop his aggression? Like, if he can't attack us with the flyers, then he's never going to kill us. But I guess it's tough for him to win that game if he has to block our Chariot. Alright. Smashing success. So what did we get? We had Worlds. And what a shit show that is. We had Runeterra. Oh, hang on. Oh, we're never keeping this. The other ones, I've been playing a bit of Storybook Brawl. I kind of toss around the concept of making some videos for that as well. It's tough though. Like, as it stands right now, here we can't mulligan this. We have to keep our 4. We'll cycle away the Moonveil Regent. Like, you know, have a limited amount of time into how much I can devote to this stuff. And I kind of get like really ultra competitive with card games when I get into playing them. And it's like my concern is if we start playing a bunch of like a bunch of Storybook Brawl, I won't be able to like keep it in casual mode, and then I'd kind of have to replace playing Teamfight Tactics at the gym with playing Storybook Brawl once it gets released on mobile devices. And so we'll see. If the interest is there, I might do it, but kind of eh. And I like to be able to keep some of these games casual. Otherwise, I just turn them all way too competitive. But here to get those things out of the way, I think I want to like Dragonfire this Aspirant, but we can live with like one more token. I think we need to catch up a bit, and then so if we go into turn 4 and we're able to both Ranger Class and Dragonfire, I feel a little bit better about it, especially if Magda's able to trade with something. She might be enough to just like keep him from attacking with stuff. I mean, I would assume that he's going to put the token on the Usher the Fallen and hit with it. Says first strike, right? Can't really attack Magda into Battlefield Raptors. Kind of stupid. Kind of stupid. Interesting. Why did you put the counter on the Aspirant and then not use it? It's never going to get that land down. So, I mean, we can, like, do these plays where we add the Sentinel and then tap Magda just to get something else on the board. But I think we're kind of stuck doing that. Oh, no, we can't tap our Sentinel anyways. This sucks. Do not want to be Dragonfiring that dumb. Maybe he'll trade. Can't imagine they ever want to trade there, but one can dream. And does Ranger Class even do anything for us? It might. I think we're just too far behind on this one, but we'll give it a go. Maul is always a huge investment for these decks. And say we may be able to like sneak a blocker in front of it and buy ourselves a few turns, but not feeling super good about that. And now we're stuck with the Sentinel and don't have the mana anymore. Okay. Awkward draw. Happens when you're playing high risk, high reward decks like Ramp. Alright, so what do we got going on here? We're on the draw, but we have an Innkeeper. And probably good enough. We can play the Innkeeper, the Stormseeker on 3, the Goldspan Dragon on 4, and then if we get the Dragon attack on 4 without it dying, we can Ranger class afterwards. I think that's okay. Let's start with the Vale. I don't have a play, and I don't think I'm going to want to like Shatterskull Smashing. I mean, we'll probably want a Smashing, just not at this point. Okay, so the Innkeeper should be quite good here. Say, what up? I'm here to trade with your bros. You mind? Do you mind if we make some trades? He does mind. So, I mean, we can Shatterskull Smashing down the 2 units. I think that's kind of where we're stuck. That takes the wind out of their sails. It's just like, if he makes some kind of like tempo play on us, we're just so far behind. It's tapped. Ranger class. Would we rather add the Stormseeker? No, I think we need to get the 2 units on board. Especially given that the wolf can block the familiar. It's just we're going to get hit with like a... Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Might have turned the corner in this one. Why did... Oh, that works on his units too? Fuck, I'm not used to playing against this thing. That was bad. Now that we can add Dragon, it's kind of really bad. So we need this thing. All right. Oh, not that was on me. You can't be making sloppy mistakes like that against mono white. They'll just punish the shit out of you. We might still be able to take this one down, but it's kind of painful. Never blocking here. So let's pop our clue. Take 5, fall to 4. Okay. Need an untapped land. All right, maybe that gives us the time we need. So he's just gonna apparition us. Okay. So yeah, that was losing the wolf is what caused us that game. Missed out on the mana from having the ramp. Like if we gotten the trade, that would have been fine. But missing out on the ramp and then missing out on potential blocks in the future turns just too bad. That one's on me. Can't make mistakes like that against mono white. That's traditionally what I tell people also when you have this kind of elitist mindset of people playing control decks. I think for the most part in games of Magic, you make like the same amount of decisions in every game, not so much in quantity, but in like total decision making necessity. And playing mono white and against mono white, you don't have to make as many decisions, but the weight of those decisions is so much more relevant than when you play against a control deck or with a control deck. Here, I think we can keep this. There's matchups where this is okay, then matchups where this is just going to be horrible. If we get our Sentinel blasted on the first turn, then this is going to be horrible. And then seeing them lead with a snow-covered mountain makes me feel like the Sentinel's not long for this world. But we'll see. Okay, we don't need to take down the smoldering egg just yet. Look at all this cool stuff we get to do, Gaz. Look at all this stuff we do. Oh, shit. Shit. That's not good. Come on, dude. Some of us are just out here trying to have fun. And people just take that away from us. Not cool. Not cool, man. So the intent is to now just Dragonfire this Smoldering Egg. If he wants to activate a Faceless Haven and attack, I'd probably just Dragonfire that down instead. But we'll have to see what they do. Maybe they took my mono red deck and then just added added the good lands to it. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay, well, let's see if we can't recover here. We got some good cards to start playing. They're running out of stuff to do. Feels decent. Did we ever just play both units here? I think that's fine. That seems better than getting a +1/+1 counter on our dragon. So let's start with the Innkeeper so we get to gain a health. I guess we could do all of it, but I feel a little bit safer having having the treasure for our dragon next turn. He has the potential to go ham on the Smoldering Egg this turn. Yeah, it looks like that's happening. Oh, problematic. Alright, well, if we can get a little bit of time. Like, if he just draws a land here, we're in such good shape. That was bold. Are we just dead? I feel like he could have probably just won the game. There's not a lot we can do with this. Alright, well, let's gain a few healths here. I do draw land. It seemed like so much better for him on that previous turn if he would have just killed one of our dragons with the 2 spells. Like if he'd played, even if he still sends like the Royal Eruption to face. Okay. Losing our Moonveil Regent sucks. Actually, hang on, these blocks aren't right. What if we do this? What if we put Sentinel and then Goldspan here, the Moonveil Regent here, and then when he kills off our Moonveil Regent, we can take down the dragon. That means we don't have to block with the Sentinel. Right, because we have both a red and a green permanent. Okay. And gonna want to leave one blocker back at least. Can use this. So the Stormseeker can attack. Let's hit with the Innkeeper and the Stormseeker. Gonna put the counters down here, I guess. Okay, so now we still have a blocker for this Faceless Haven if he makes the attack with it. Oof. Okay. I don't feel like we deserved that one. I think if they got a little aggressive with those burn spells. I think if they'd again like just taken down a dragon and then attacked with their 6/6, we would have been in trouble. Great. On to the next one. Hydrate and prepare. These are good now. Ready. All right. Well. Oh, okay. That's bad. I was like, I don't know about this double Magda draw, and then I saw the Sentinel at the right. This is a fine keep. We can play the turn 3 Goldspan Dragon if opponent doesn't interact with us. Getting them Boros cards, huh? Alright, big time stuff. Nothing better than your stuff being big time. If they play a dude and we get the Goldspan Dragon and Dragonfire it, it's not that bad. Playing 3 colors, huh? But then dropping Clarion Spirits? Weird. Okay. Okay, so we'll make the attack. That's going to give us another treasure. Our treasure makes 4 mana. We're going to drop the Chariot on him. See, that's the cool shit the ramp deck can do, right? That's it. Sometimes you high roll, and sometimes you roll like really high. Oh, sweet. Feels good. Feels good. That's how you end up with a half-hour video at the end of the day. All right. So what do we got here? Same thing? Looking good. We're on the draw this time, so it's not nearly as powerful, but it's really tough to want to pass these hands that have both Magda and Jaspera Sentinel in it. So much big power coming out of them. We don't have like the big payoff. That's why we're playing, all the dragons and stuff, but still pretty good chance for a strong turn 4, even if it just means trying to pop off with Ranger class. Grixis with the eggs. Sure. We gotta take the damage here. So then the question is, do we want to go ahead and play Ranger class? And I think we do. We don't have any big boys to deploy next turn. And then even if we do, like, we can still play every card in our deck. Like, if we draw a 5-drop next turn, we can still generate the full 5 mana here. Which I did the mathematics on if it's cool. It is. It is most certainly cool. But I mean, how sick would a Goldspan Dragon be here if we got to pick up the dragon, drop it, attack with it, Dragon's Flare off the Smoldering Egg? We could take it away before it's even able to block. That's some choice material coming from old FTP Bust here. Yeah, do it for the video deck. Miss a land. It's typically why I think they take forever with this is there's like, oh, we'll hit a land and then just take the good card. And they miss the land. He did stop and read Magda though, so maybe he's gonna try and destroy her with the thing. Yeah. Alright, so this turn's not going to be that good. I think I want to... It's like I want to be like kinda clever and just try and take down the Smoldering Egg with the Dragonfire. Let's see if they let us do stuff like that. But I mean, we can start with this. It's just the only downside to this turn is we can't Ranger class. Well, I guess we can do it like this. Like we can play the Stormseeker. No, the Stormseeker doesn't give us the mana. Okay, has to be this. Alright, well. We might be regretting this. I at least like the promise in a play like this is if they don't have... well, I should say if they have land and 4 mana worth of spells to play next turn, they get the dragon and then we can still just like double dragon fire it. It doesn't get to start like acing our squad with its abilities next turn. But I really don't want to have to invest 2 spells into the Smoldering Egg. Well, he knows what's up now. He's probably going to be a little bit more protective of the egg. The jig is up. So, I mean, we are at risk of getting AoE'd here, but you know, as the kids say, let's just go ahead and YOLO. Well, I guess if he does block with the egg, we can Dragonfire it down. Feels like what's going to happen here is we're just going to get AoE'd. Oh, we don't have to do it right now. We can wait till the spell's on this. That is not true. We do need to do it now if we want to take this thing down. Only deal 3 damage next turn. I think it's still okay. So I'm trying to read my cards, dude. Don't be highlighting my Lair of the Hydras. Alright, well the big decisions are being made. Real close to winning this. This is the struggle when you don't draw one of your big boys. We haven't got to put on a ton of pressure. I mean, maybe we should have been a little bit more aggressive onto the Smoldering Egg. But, oh, we'll see. Alright, well the squad is big now. What does this amount to? I'm going to put the boost onto the wolf because I want to put the +1/+1 onto the charger. Then I'm going to leave the sentinel and the innkeeper back. He's got to have something here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him just like make the dragon thing come out now. The blocks on it like aren't good though. He just trades it for a wolf. I mean that's fine. He's gonna have a F-ton of cards in his hand, but hey. Oh, he's taking it? Oh no, he's going to blockers now. Okay. Uh-oh. That is not ideal. So he's just going to take it and go to 10. And all we got is activating Ranger class. Ew. This can't be good. Okay. We have a dragon on top, but we don't have the mana to play the dragon and dragon fire. Feel much better if we just dragon fired this thing off a long time ago. Gonna start getting tons of value out of this. At least the attack with our charger should still be good. If he doesn't kill our dude here and we get to play the Moonveil Regent, is that gonna be a counterspell? Whoa. That's aggressive. Well, I mean, I guess he doesn't plan on ever blocking with that thing, but this is lethal if he didn't just like foretell a counter. You're gonna do something lame, aren't you? Quit highlighting your card. We know you're gonna be lame. People coming out here not trying to have fun. Lame-o. That's what people say about Le Papillon, just a big old lame-o. Alright. Well, we still have potential to win. Oh, okay. We do not. That's a fun card. I don't know why they keep printing Tom Warps like it wasn't ridiculously bonkers enough to get banned. So they're like, well, maybe we should print more of these. All right. But that's a little unfortunate. That is after high rolling and win number 5. One of the struggles you'll run into with this deck is you need the correct combination of ramp and card draw, or ramp and end game, and in that one we just didn't. We had all the ramp, but we didn't have the end game, and we were like 1 mana of really making things happen. We could have taken care of that dragon. I mean, I think that was ultimately our mistake. I just don't like getting in these spaces to where I don't want the dragon / ranger mastery to be the plan. I want it to be kind of like the failsafe, like things are going right and we can kind of go all in and just have that be it. I don't want to really be in this space to where we're trying to play some kind of value game with ranger mastery. It's just not going to be good often enough. And so I was that was how that kind of play lines itself up, as to where you leave the dragon on, or the dragon generator thing potentially on board, and then you just try to close around it. But we should have tried to play for a bit longer game. I think it's tough to do against those Izzet decks, since they play a late game much better than we do. But nonetheless, we got our investment back. Ooh, we got 20 gems somehow. Interesting. Oh, because we already had the rare. The rare you exceeds the limit. Look at us. And then we got these sweet ass uncommons. So nice, not a bad run, not a bad run. So I hope you all enjoyed the high rolls and the low rolls, the medium rolls, the highs and the lows and the mediums, everything from start to finish, top to bottom. Hope you learned a thing or two along the way. Had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.